Hello, everybody. I'm back with my scent of the day, and today is the last Gallagher. I'm looking over there. It's Rose Noir, and it is the last. I waited till last to do this one. I started out with rosé all day, and as some of you know, I've told people I'm challenged by gourmands, and I'm especially challenged by rose. Yeah, I am still challenged by that. Yeah, if you know my story, you know I got into fragrances late, and for 60 plus years, I rarely wore fragrances. And so I think that's why I'm challenged by some things like gourmands and roses. And part of that has to do with, I don't like, I guess, I don't like fragrances that draw too much attention to me. A lot of people like compliments and they want that attention from the fragrance. And I sort of don't. I don't want to say I don't like compliments. I mean, obviously everybody likes compliments. What I'm trying to say is I don't like something real strong on me, or I didn't, because now I'm starting to wear stuff that does maybe bring attention. I mean, that's just, I guess that's part of how you grow in this community, and I don't know what's happening. That's why I'm not a reviewer, right? But anyway, when I did the rosé all day and I had that on for a couple hours before I did the review, I really liked that. I gave it an 8 right off the bat, and I gave it a 9 afterwards, and that was a rose I really liked. That just the whole combination of what was in there. And I mentioned in that one that it has something with Turkish rose, and so I looked that up, and that's described as a rose that's more dewy or wet, and it has. It could have a sort of a plum-like smell to it, and plum is in here. And it's also in rosé all day. It's in this one too. Anyway, this one is different. I guess noir means darker, and it is darker. And along with gourmands and rose, which I've seen that challenge her, I'm also challenged by leather. I've gone into Sephora and I've smelled a couple Tom Fords that are leather centric, and I just didn't care for them. They were too dry. There's something about them. I just didn't want a leather fragrance. I haven't gotten one yet. I may have leather because I have a lot of fragrances. I may have leather in some of my fragrances that I just really don't. It doesn't come up top. But I won't go out of my way to find something that's leather. And this I can smell that leather. But it also has oud. It's a complicated one for me. It's the rose, the oud, the leather, and at first when I put it on, I had Miss Fritz smell it, and she backed away from it like a moth to a candle. She was like, ugh. So I didn't even ask her a number. That was enough for me, because it is strong in the beginning. And a couple of these had a harsh note in the beginning. I'm not sure if that's alcohol or maldehydes. I don't know. But there is some initial, and that goes away quick. And I may have had her smell it too fast. But the one thing about this, as I was, I've had it on, I'm putting out to my nose. I have one like this, Montale Black Aoud. That's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of Montale Black Aoud, and that was very challenging for me. I don't know if that has leather in it. I know it has rose and oud, and it's a strong rose and oud. And this is similar to that to me. It's something that's going to take a while to grow on me. I think with the rose though here, and with that apple crisp and the plum and the honey, I think I'm going to like this better than I liked Montale Black Oud. I haven't worn Montale Black Oud since the first time I wore it. I have a decant of it. I think I have 15 mil, and I haven't worn it since that first initial time. This I think I would give a couple more tries to. If I had a bigger bottle, I would give this more tries. Out of the two, for me, I think I'm more. I would lean more towards rosé all day. And part of that would be because I had that Montale that I could try to learn to grow with that before I get this. So that's where I'm at on these. And I have I've gotten a few more followers on Instagram, and I just hope you go back and look at some of my other posts. There's one there where I thank Instagram followers, and that's also on my YouTube channel. And I think, if you're new to follow me, you may want to watch that. Because in there I explain I'm not a reviewer. I don't want to be a reviewer. It's kind of odd that I'm saying it here. But these are really for my grandchildren, just something to put down for my grandchildren to see why I have these, and how I came to start liking fragrances and why I like them now, and why I'm so passionate about this newfound hobby and like of mine. So that's really who they're for, and I'm not a reviewer. I follow a lot of reviewers, a lot of good ones, and I have a video about that too, that mentions some of those reviewers that have taught me, what's out there, and have encouraged me to challenge myself, and probably many others, to challenge yourself by trying stuff that maybe you wouldn't have worn in the past, and that's why I'm doing this. This is why these last 2 weeks I've done, or these last 2 months, I've done Happy Land, and now I'm doing Gallagher. Because they are something that's unique, and I want to be. That's what I want. I want to challenge myself, and see if I can wear something that isn't your run-of-the-mill designer, straightforward, non-offensive, mass-appealing fragrance, and these all fit the bill. So I give this an 8, and that's a good thing. I give it an 8. I didn't give Black Oud an 8. I'll tell you that. So I must have grown since then, because I did give this an 8 even when I was upstairs with Mrs. Fritz, and I'm actually hoping this does come up even a little higher. That 8's pretty high, but that Rosé All Day, I gave that a 9. And the last thing I'll say is I enjoyed all of these. I enjoyed all of these Gallagher fragrances, and it has been a journey. And I'm really glad I got the sample thing. And I'd encourage anybody that's like me, new to fragrances, and just starting to want to expand. That's the way to go. Just get some sample packs from different people. And this was really inexpensive, the sample pack, and it was well worth it, because I got 9 days of smelling a lot of different fragrances that I wouldn't have smelled, and enjoying them. I actually enjoyed all of these. I think I've enjoyed this. I don't think there was one that I didn't enjoy. So that's good right there. So as always, please pray for peace in the world. We all need that, and please be kind. If you see somebody, and people are going to step on my toes today, and sometimes I'm not going to be kind when they do that, and I'm got to remember that I step on people's toes too, and sometimes I do that inadvertently, and it has So I just need to be more kind myself, and that's why I always say that. So have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow, and thanks for watching.